Dear listeners, welcome to Out of Office.
But for the idea that I was doing already, just work on it later on your head, and then obviously for the next time when all three of us record. But damn, this is a good picture right here. Good. What is it? What's the aspect? 6x5 or 6x2?
Let me read this out. This is a 273 by 220 millimeter. It's a 10.7 inch by 8.7 inch canvas.
Units, nice.
It's canvas, fabric, wood, and iron.
Oh yeah, hey, you're gonna need that support.
Yes. Where was I? Yes, the other piece of wire. Yeah. Give me a second. Let me copy paste the what's it called? The URL. Copy and Mr. Marcos's paste. Yes. Art. I like art. Art. Okay, it's up there, bro. I don't know if it's taking a minute.
I'm working on top of the soundboard in the future. If you want to play some music,
would you like me to place some music?
No. I'm just putting it there in the future so that you can know what I'm referencing whenever I download the audio. It's obviously copyrighted. I'm not going to put it like when we record, like right now. Welcome, dear listeners, to an Out of Office. Okay, we do not do formal intros. We just start. You just slide into the conversation as if you were listening in on us. So you have me, Marcos, and also joining me is Alan.
Hello, everyone. It is I, Marcos' cousin, Alan. Hello. So yeah, about these what a piece of artwork we're sharing. I'm thinking of buying these. I'm not sure which one I would buy first, but I'm trying to do it before what's it called? Whatever types of discounts or cashback or rebates I'm able to get off of these go away. So that's one thing. So
40% off right now.
Yes. This is why I am tempted to actually pull the trigger right now instead of later. Also, going back to these gunsmith cats, the artwork looks pretty clean, bro, for what
it's like 80s.
Yeah, but I want to say that it's very reminiscent from like, I don't know if I want to say like a mix between Archer and
from Fate, the Fate universe.
No, Archer as in the kind of like the American cartoon.
Oh yeah,
Archer, like kind of like that with mixed with Archer with Archie.
Archer with Archie, he says.
I don't know if you remember Archie, the other cartoon character. I think it was like more of a comic strip type of.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can find him for you. Archie.
Whatchamacallit, the other one that I'm thinking about right now is but again, this is like from the 80s. You can just attest the quality of it on just the drawing itself. And I think it was cutting edge on the time that Gunsmith Cats came out. However, by the time that Archer came out, it was a niche, which is, I know how popular Archer is. I even saw some episodes on FX or Fox by that time.
Not sure if wasn't it originally on. Was it FX or it might have been something else? I'm remembering from TNT, maybe.
FX, yeah, I remember it. FX.
Okay,
but remember then it switched to FXX or something like that.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I like, again, this can expose me. I remember when I was watching on the TV like 2.5 Men.
Oh, I was about to say like Stripperella.
Yeah, 2.5 Men. Talk about Stripperella, man. Did you hear that the Panty and Stocking animated series with Garter Belt is season 2 is coming out this year, I think?
No.
Winter season. Let me share source. Let me
Well,
share.
I just shared a YouTube link for Archie, the one I was telling you before. It like a mix for me. The Gunsmith Cats looks kind of like that type of art style, like a mix between them two, like Archer and Archie. But yeah, please send me the link for I don't know what you were telling me about or talking to me about. Was it?
Panty and stocking with garter belts.
I have no idea what the hell that is. If that's an anime or
Anime.
is it? I don't think maybe I've seen it as far as like the like maybe the promos or something, but I don't remember watching a show called Panty and Stockings. Perhaps if it were lingerie and G-strings, maybe that might catch somebody else's attention a little bit more, but no. Let's see. Also, were you able to speak to Mr. J at all today or no?
Literally, I was asking if he wanted to hop on. He was on the road as we speak, like earlier today, like around our time.
Okay.
9:30.
Yes.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
No, not yet. Give me a sec. Let me get on that. Okay. Yes, I see it. I see. Okay, maybe I've seen that intro. The logo, maybe.
Can you hear the music? I'm gonna share. You can't hear the music, right?
I can hear it. It's pretty loud. But I was gonna say just real quick before you hit that play again. It looks kind of like a mix between Powerpuff Girls and Bratz.
Bratz, damn. Was there an animated series for Bratz?
I have no idea. And like with a splash of like Steven Universe or something like that. Or yeah, like something around like along those lines of mixture.
No, it was like this, like the Powerpuff Girls, but when they got to the good stuff, because again, those two caricatures, they're angels. They're called Panty and Stocking, and
okay.
The goth girl one, her name is Stocking, and her socks would become swords whenever she took them off. But the animation moment scene whenever she took them off was so funny. Like it would go like super 1080p, like super high quality, like drawing that they would do as she's taking off her stockings. And then Panty, the other angel, you already know what she took off.
I guess so. No, I don't. Please explain to me. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Let me lower the music down. Brace yourself.
Yes, I am braced.
Is it still loud?
No, it's good.
Let's see if they animate it super good.
I don't know. To me, it's a little like it would be a little bit off-putting to try to watch that. It just screams Powerpuff Girls mixed with Bratz, mixed with the world of Gumball. Not World of Gumball. I'm sorry, Steven Universe. Like it just gives me those type of like that kind of like how would you call it? Like artistic type of way of doing things.
That's Panty, the blonde one.
Right. The action scenes kind of remind me of like Kill la Kill.
I think it's made by Studio Bones, I think.
Huh.
I need to show them like a battle scene, like when they're starting to fight. So you can see what they mean. Canyon stockings, the starter belt. Oh, that's Urza's voice actor in English.
Okay.
Check, could you see how it changes?
The proportions change a little bit, yeah, and the art style changes quite a bit.
Obviously, these are like the arch nemesis of the two angels.
Okay.
Kill a kill.
Yeah, it has like that Kill la Kill flavor mixed with like
It's the same group that made
almost like Samurai Jack-esque type of like, I guess how could you put it, the background almost, like with like oddly shaped characters with the type of coloring and shading that you would probably get from like a Samurai Jack.
Let's see if the main characters change. Damn. Like as they were gonna do the change scene.
No, I mean, you don't have to keep looking, Marcos. I kind of get what you're telling me. Like, I get the premise of the.
It's not like there's no canon to it. Well, there is until the end. Like, I'm gonna spoil you something, or would you interested?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
The spoiler is that the goth girl is a demon, basically.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That she snuck into heaven, like, a long time ago, and got exposed for eating too much candies and got sent down to Earth to redeem her, like a Hercules kind of thing, like redeem herself.
Right.
And with her, so that to redeem themselves, and she's what's the sin for eating a lot, liking food?
Gluttony.
Yeah, and the other one is having too much coitus.
Lust.
Yeah, lust. There you go. And the ending shows that Stalking basically just cuts her sister into pieces, anime style, and she just spreads it all over the world. And the boy protagonist like, oh damn, I gotta go find the pieces and put her back together, like the Egyptian story. What's this guy's name? Amun-Ra.
I was gonna say the Babylonian story with Gilgamesh.
Does he to go get the plant of immortality?
I was gonna say where he got cut up into pieces and scattered.
Was this before or after his friend, like this guy, the clay guy? I'm getting my mythologies a little mixed up a little bit here, but I'm pretty sure the one I'm thinking about is the Babylonian account of Gilgamesh, where he gets cut up into pieces and is scattered around. Let me guess, by an axe.
I think not by an axe. I think it was by a sword.
No, but by an ex-girlfriend.
Oh no! I think it was his own people, because he must have fought in some sort of one-on-one fight, I think, and he lost apparently. Damn. And I think the reason was because he was not a very good king or ruler, and people were like, "Yeah, no,
you need to learn, boy."
Yes. But again, I'm guessing there's an overlap in mythologies with a lot of the ancient
cultures. Yeah,
cultures, right?
Yours is Babylonia. I think it's even or Mesopotamia.
Yeah, Babylonia was in Mesopotamia, but I'm not sure what other Udaritic type of people were in and around that area besides. Yeah,
I think the Egyptians were later by that point. I wouldn't be surprised if they copied some of that, because the story of Amun-Ra is like he's a king, and the brother of death, the guy that's death, cuts him and puts him in a coffin, because I don't know how he tricks him to put him in a coffin, and sends him down the river, and then cuts him into pieces. The wife, who's Isis, not related to the current situation that's going on out there, but the goddess, the Egyptian goddess, and she starts developing magic to help his husband, and while he becomes the king of the underworld, of the undead.
Yes.
super simplified. Obviously, I'm not a good source of this. I'm just giving this part.
Neither am I, bro. I'm just trying to go off from what I remember.
These are animes. I like the writing. I'm surprised that all these lores, mythologies aren't. Well, there is, right? There's some the Fate series.
Well, yeah, you have a lot of elements in a lot of the shows, like not just Fate. I mean, you can look at
Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball is a good one, but you also have pick. I mean, you can go to Magi.
Oh yeah,
Magi
what's
has
his guy's name?
With Alibaba and Aladdin.
No, the other world that Aladdin came from.
Aladdin.
Something's wisdom.
The labyrinth.
Solomon, yeah, Solomon's guy. Yeah, remember he's in the other world.
Yeah. And I think what's the other guy's name? Sinbad.
More like Sinbadi. Sinbadi.
Well, he does get all the ladies. That's true.
Basically, even the gods like, yeah, no, we have to put a cap on you.
Yeah, they call him the anomaly singularity or something like that.
When he was born, like we were like, damn.
The anomaly singularity. That's crazy.
I like how his dad though, like in that series, his dad is like, I'm a warrior, and he's a veteran, right? And the mom's just popping Sinbad out. And like there's storms around the world. I'm like, damn.
No, I think they should bring back the freaking anime. They should keep making.
Which one?
Magi, because
both, right? Yeah, I'd say both.
Because the thing with, well, remember Sinbad is a prequel, I guess, to Magi, so it would just be, and I don't know if you've gone through the painstaking journey to finish the manga, but I kind of cheated and went on YouTube and found out someone that kind of read through it and
manga historian kind of style,
kind of like that, but they just went down to the nitty gritty and gave you, like, I guess you can say, like a synopsis of like the end. And I would tell you right now because I think
spoilers. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Spoilers. Yeah, I mean,
you sure?
Yeah, I'm down. I gave you the spoilers for Pending Stocking.
Okay, so from what I remember, and I want to say this is like maybe 2 years ago that I was listening to this particular person breaking down the Magi, the end of Magi, basically. So what happens is that, what's it called? The main character, Alibaba, basically gets to become, the next ruler or whatever, or adventurer, whatever the case was. He finally gets to get married.
The fire,
right? With I think Amon.
Yeah.
Right. Among Us, yes. So he gets married to the girl that he's chilling with, Morgiana.
Of course.
So they become a couple.
Power couple.
Yes, the couple, the people's couple. What happened? So basically, it gets to a point where he dies.
No.
He's killed in some way, shape, or form because he's fighting the homie that wants to kill his mom because his mom's kind of like some sort of like witch.
Spear plant guy?
Yeah, that dude.
Oh, damn, homie.
So homie basically kills each other. I think the dark Magi kind of also has something to do with it. Point is that Sinbad, because he's the anomaly singularity, he takes it upon himself to rescue Alibaba, but it's in a different universe. So he gets to the point of thinking to himself, what if all these gods that are creating, right? There's a god bigger than that god. And he goes down the rabbit hole, literally. So he goes to multiverse, into another multiverse, into another multiverse.
Doctor Strange, I guess.
Like infinite, and he tries to conquer each of those gods one by one.
Share the link, man. You gotta share if it's still around.
I have to check right now. Let me see if I can get
this
on.
Is again, they gotta animate this.
And
this is My Hero Academia levels.
Like this one, in particular, the way she was breaking it down, it's like she was kind of fed up a little bit because I think her the way I don't know if it was the pacing or something that had to do with the storyline didn't add up to her. Like, she kind of made it seem like it could have been better, but because of like the power ranking and stuff like that. But again, let me see if I can find it, and I'll definitely send you a link to
listeners, it. I'm gonna put these links on. I shouldn't know. No, I shouldn't put the posters. No. You're gonna get demonetized somewhere.
Hey, it's art. It's a canvas art.
Yeah, but those no, forget about it. Forget about it. This is a family
friendly show.
Family friendly show. Family making friendly show. Wait a minute. Pause.
What was it, Magi? What the hell was the title for this video? Was it breakdown?
If you could put like a proposal out there to get signatures, would it be to get Maggie done?
Yeah, probably that would probably be one of the things that I would shoot for.
Finish Maggie and create like a Kickstarter or something like that. Because I don't know if you listened to the podcast where Trash Chase got to interview someone from Orange Production animation company.
No,
he was a director for Trigun for the latest version. And they were saying no, okay, like the way that they get contracts, at least for Orange Studio, is they get a set season already for how many chapters that's already out, and they get it like 5 years in advance. Can you imagine that? There has to stay for 5 years the manga. So Magi, well within those parameters. It's still in the zeitgeist, I'd say right now. Look at Trigun. Trigun's been around for 10 plus years. The manga finished, the animation finished, a movie came out in the meantime, and then the new reimagining of Trigun took place, and it's beautiful, man. I just saw episode 1. Chef's kiss, man. And it's dubbed, so you already know, like, the creator, the director for this new reimagining, he's an American. He's a New Yorker specifically.
Yes,
a Japanese New Yorker.
East Coast, Beast Coast, baby.
Yes, sir. And he lived in New York for until like the early 2000s. Then went to California to work with the anime studios in the convention centers. And then from there, since he was good in English and in Japanese, his Nihongo was
Jozu.
There you go. His Nihongo. You saw me like started like
thinking about it. Yes.
Yeah, his Nihongo was very Jozu because he had the class. He got certified. Hey, you can come over here and be our liaison to the west, to America. And okay, Orange again with Orange Studio, and he worked over there. Got his hands in the sculpting clay for making anime, like being a learner, being a personal assistant, and all those things to get everything done. and then they sent out a contract, and he already had 10 years of experience with the crew with Orange Studio. And they said, okay, yeah, hey, here you go. You take lead for this one. Obviously, he's done more projects, but not as the director. He's like, okay. And this was like 5 years in advance. Like in the past, like in 2018, they assigned him the studio. They got the contract. Imagine 5 years. They got the contract, and then they got a personal artist to create the world with personal notes of the studio for a whole book. That book of the playbook of what they'd like for the universe, how it would be. It took them 2 years to make, and then from there they can have the entire series of Trigun extracted, and they only got contracted for the first season, and they like overproduction at the wazoo, man.
It was crispy, bro.
And they're saying like if we sold that, like if we made that book and kept it into the studio, it would sell, because they got a shadow writer. What's this guy's name that makes the story? For the studio, they hired a writer to read the entire manga of Trigun, and with the notes that the studio was giving them, to create a world with the new reimagining style. Everything that you see in the anime is a reimagining of the writer and working alongside to do like a cyberpunk, a futuristic cyberpunk, if you will. Because I don't know if you've seen Trigun, the original, the 90s one, early 2000.
No, I didn't.
You should watch it, man. It's also pretty good. The voice actor for Goku, man, for English
really?
Goku.
Okay.
That's one of his first works, I think. I could be wrong, and don't quote me on that, dear listeners. But it's beautiful. Even the early 2000s Trigun, it competes up there with Cowboy Bebop. You've seen Cowboy Bebop, right? The anime.
The original, no.
Yeah, the OG animation style from the early 2000s.
No, I haven't seen that either.
Damn, you gotta watch those two, man. Those two.
I'll definitely take
That's
a look at them.
only one season each, but 2000s is like 30 episodes, 24 episodes.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take a look at it.
This one is 12 episodes, the new reimagining for Trigun. 12 episodes, more compact. And they said they just got like half a chapter of the book that this guy created for 5 years.
Okay.
For the entire universe of Trigun that they created, they could create a movie, anime, the Disney recipe that they say, if you can create an IP, create it that it can connect with 5 different things with merch. May that be plushies, clothing line, toys, movies, TV series, animated series. Like that's how Disney creates their IP. If they can do, besides the OG product, 5 extra items besides the original content.
I see.
And Trigun, what the methodology that Orange Studios used, it easily fits into that.
So basically, their way of making something or having something successful to them in their mind is if they can profit by making other like secondary things like toys. Medium.
At least for Disney, yes.
Well, that makes sense because most of the revenue comes from like, yes, Disney World, Disneyland, and Disney Channel.
Items.
Yeah, like the whole experience going somewhere to their parks or locations, right? I mean, that's weird because right now they're suffering economically.
I know they are.
Speaking,
they have to cut a lot of stuff
because basically cable is dead for the most part. So they try to pivot and do the whole streaming thing, but most of their newer work, if you want to call it newer work, is flopping just because of the whole woke agenda type of thing. Yeah, they're playing politics and it's not going well for them.
No, sir.
And yeah, I mean, that's why I think I told you, right? I think they might start selling pieces of the company off just because.
I think so. Yeah, I think you said it. But anyway, you're saying it now.
Just to reiterate, I guess. Yeah, those. I mean, it's bananas the way they kind of took an L, and instead of like pivoting again and trying to recoup, like they're hammering down, they're doubling down on stuff that isn't making them any money. It's potentially losing the money. Well, not potentially, it's actually losing the money. But you know that, that's them.
That's another stuff right there.
That's another situation. But as far as what's it called? As far as the hell were we talking about again?
That the YouTube link for the
I sent you a couple of them because I'm trying to looking back at my history because I'm talking about 3 years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago. So I'm trying to figure out
in history type Magi or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do right now. Actually, let me go. Let's go to history. Let me put Magi.
Oh, this is the ending explained for the manga.
Okay. I found it. You found? So the title of the actual video is called "Why I Hate Magi's Final Arc."
Jesus. Oh yeah, I also shared you throughout the week like some ideas for us to create some ad lines. What do you think? Like the one that I shared, like, is this thing on? remember that I showed you some samples on like a recording on the phone, like I was like, is this thing on? Hey guys, remember, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and X now, apparently for Twitter. Remember that I said that? Hey
Yes.
guys, follow the LTS podcast or Life Tech and Sundry for long. I think I said it that way.
Yeah. No, I definitely caught on to that. Let's see.
Okay. The most recent one is the one that you're talking about?
Yes, that is the main one. I will send you the other ones that I also watch in conjunction with the one I just showed you or just shared with you. Including the ones I had already sent to you. There's one that I saw called
I
go
click
ahead.
on it and it looks like a Kushina girl, like a redhead.
Oh yeah, no, it's a girl. If you hear her voice,
She's like a VTuber before the VTubers.
Exactly. She sounds so upset. She's like, well, guys, I'm gonna tell you why I hate. It's about time to tell you why I hate Sinbad's final arc. I'm like, yeah, tell me about it.
Why I hate Sinbaddy. I mean Sinbaddy.
Yeah, Sinbaddy, bruh.
I'm gonna try to reach out. Let's see if this person can get him as a guest. Like, hey, I saw this video in 2019. So what do you mean by that?
Well, it could be older for all I know. I don't. Does it? Okay, yeah. No, you're right. 4 years ago.
Yeah, 2019.
What a trip, bro. Okay, there's another one I wanted to share with you. Sinbaddy.
Look for the soundboard that says, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? Yes.
I just press it. What do you mean by that? Again, I need to reach out to these people. Like, hey, so we stumbled into Sinbaddy, however you call it. That's the title of the episode, Sinbaddy ?
Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm totally down for that one. Out of office, Sinbaddy, or Sinbaddy. I mean,
yeah, Sinbaddy or Sinbaddy.
Sinbaddy, bro. All right, here's another one. So this gentleman kind of breaks down why Sinbad is stronger than you think, and taking into account all the extra information that you would get from like a light novel or a manga from the actual storyline. That's one. There's another one called named or titled "Call Sinbad What He Was, a Villain." So that one I will send to you as well.
He's like, don't call me a monster. I'm only a villain.
Oh man. Yeah, so like basically the what's it called? The consensus is that Sinbad was a villain at the end of the day, apparently, and he's far stronger than you think.
He went like into the multiverse.
Right, he has problems with, or there's problems with the why they can't make season 3 of Magi, apparently. That's another video I sent you. And then there's going to be another one called Brilliance of Sinbad and His Fall. So I'll send that one in a bit.
All of them on the notes, do you think?
I mean, a lot of these videos are between the I guess the shortest one is 12 minutes with 18 seconds. The longest one is 41 minutes with 18 seconds. The one that I initially wanted to share with you, which is called Why I Hate Magi's Final Arc. That one is 32 minutes with 24 seconds. And this is by a person named Thriskata. I'm hopefully not butchering the name. Thriskara. That's the one that I initially wanted to share with you, why she hates it. And but yeah, I think the other one that I did want you to see was Sinbad is far stronger than you think. That one's a 31 minute with 3 seconds video. This is by Bleach Hub. So yeah, and I'll send these last two, and then take your pick, Marcos and listeners. Take your pick. Yeah, so that's basically the consensus of what it was. I think the storyline is really good. Like regardless of its hiccups, and maybe some people are not agreeing with me when it comes to. I think the story it was well written, or I enjoy it, and where it leads to, where Homeboy is going through multiverses, trying to kill the god atop of the other gods, atop of the other gods into the multiverse. Like, I think that was pretty creative in a way. And again, I haven't read through the story personally, but from what I'm hearing from these YouTubers that have gone through the whole spiel, I think they would agree that there's an interesting storyline there to be had, whether they enjoy it or not enjoy it. That's their opinion. A villain, okay. So what do you think, Marcos? Any?
Well, first I'm speechless. I need to watch all of these. Like, I like how the redhead girl just boom pops in, like, in your face. Like,
yes.
I'm gonna, once you're done posting the latest one, I'm gonna I'm gonna paste all of them.
Okay.
Into
Sounds
like
good.
a notes, and then organize them. I'm not a monster. I'm only a villain.
Here's the other one.
The thing is, I don't think any villain thinks. Do you think Lex Luthor thought himself as a villain?
I think, like any rich, crazy person, they think that they know what's best for everyone because they're rich.
I'm rich. How do you think I hacked the system?
Yes.
In the animated series, obviously. Was Sinbad rich? He had a kingdom, right?
Yeah, he had his own kingdom.
You think he had like the gods had to cap him in the sense of how many gods he could have? 5, I think. From the dungeons, Maggies.
How many Maggies he could have? I don't know. I think after a while, yeah, they put a what's it called, a cap on how many
they didn't pop a cap on him. They just put a level, like, this is as far as you can go. Like the equivalent of the modern version of the IRL version is 2 Marines, I think. Well, specifically 1 Marine I wanna reference. He's a New Yorker. He was born in the late 1800s, and his name is Dan Daly. And he used to be a boxer and also a paper boy, a newspaper boy in the late 1800s.
Okay.
So he was very well informed of what's going on in the world. And once he joined the Marines, his inspiration was to join and fight with the Rough Riders with Teddy Roosevelt. But he joined a month too late after the end of the fight against the Spaniards. And he joins in, goes out, deploys into the world as a Marine in the USS something Queens or something like that. I forgot the name of it, in the US ship. And the Boxer Rebellion happens in China. So, long story short, Dan Daly ends up fighting 200 people.
Okay.
And wins.
That's crazy. That is bananas.
I'll show you the link, actually.
Sure.
And he ends up getting a Medal of Honor at age 18. And then in World War One, his actions in Haiti. There was something in Haiti that he ends up getting another Medal of Honor. And then in World War One, he ends up doing another set of actions that everyone puts him to get what? The Medal of Honor. But the government says, no, it doesn't matter getting what you deserved, it's getting what is fair. And I'm like, what?
That's crazy, bro.
He was the only person that got applied to get 3 Medals of Honor, not in a row, but he was in the military for like over 30 years.
Yeah.
And everyone in his group, he saved a bunch of people. He pushed in the offensive. They were able to push back the Germans in World War One. And then because of his movements, the Marines got that moniker of the Devil Dogs, because he had that dog in him.
Right.
And the army generals were saying, again, he wasn't a big person. When he joined the military, throughout his military career, he was like 5'6" and 130 pounds of wet. And he was saying, yeah, no, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. And
Right.
this guy had that dog in him.
Was that his saying, his catchphrase?
No,
or
no.
something?
The generals gave that saying because of him.
Okay, just like I guess.
He didn't get it, and he refused to become a non-commissioned officer. He preferred just being an enlisted man because he wanted to be in the trenches with his fellow
Right.
soldiers.
So
Right.
illustrated by his actions.
Yes.
Okay. That's awesome, dude.
And when he retired, he still worked as a bank security guard for like 30 plus years. And there was a more than 0% chance that he could have had fought the person. What's this guy's name? Jesse James or something. The one that did a lot of the bank robberies in the U.S. The one I forgot his name.
Yeah, no, I kind of remember who you're talking about. I just don't remember the name.
It was the guy that did Pirates of the Caribbean. They did a movie with him. I forgot his name, but there was a more than 0% chance that they could have met the most gangster bank robber.
Well,
and
like
the most
Billy the Kid, maybe?
something like that, and the most gangster Marine could have fought off in a bank.
Oh,
He retired at age 82.
dang. That's quite a career.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, nowadays, like, I don't think that's surprising anymore. Like, those type of, like, big cash out type of people, where when it comes to, like, mobsters and getting money, stealing money.
It was in the Great Depression era that the biggest bank heist happened in the U.S. Like thousands of dollars were being robbed. This guy was playing goalie for one bank during at least 30 years of his career as a bank security guard. No bank robbery happened in his place in New York City.
Dang, that's crazy.
But yeah, this guy went into the Marines at age 16. By age 17 or 18, he got his first Medal of Honor. And then by his like 22, 23, got a second Medal of Honor. And then by age 40, age 38, World War I happened. He didn't get his Medal of Honor, but he got his Medal of Distinguished Cross, Navy Cross, and the other one, which is those two combined are the equivalent of a Medal of Honor. And then Congress said only a soldier can only get one Medal of Honor in their entire professional career.
Really?
And there were only two people that got two Medals of Honor, and I think both of them were Marines.
Oh, different times, bro. Different times. Like, people really gave they gave a hoot about, being excellent in all ways.
The standard, yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, nah, man. Like, I guess a lot of people have less.
But it was the times too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
they
saying.
only reacted to the times that they were allotted.
That's true. Again, different times, man. Different time.
Yep. Back to anime though. That should be an anime. But again, like Gunsmith Girls, Cats. I mean, what else? Sinbadi,
bro. What else? Yo, have you seen the latest updates on like the new iPhone and new Samsung coming out?
S23 or S24?
24.
And then there's the one coming out, iPhone 15 with the Type-C charger.
Yes, bro.
They did
What
it.
are
They
your thoughts?
amplified it. They amplified it, man. They said that they're going to get a certified Type-C.
Yeah, bro, I could care less, bro. As long as you have Type-C, you can connect it even if it's slow charging or not as fast in charging. But bro, at least I can use the same damn cable for everything.
I guess. Because they're like, oh, we can't control the USB-C. Let's make our own and charge like $30 for like 3 feet of a dollar, like $10 a foot.
Yeah, I mean, to me that's water on the bridge, or like that's like secondary, bro. As long as I can grab.
We'll play ball, but we'll come in with our own uniform into the team.
And
like, what?
And I think, I mean, I know they're gonna make money off of it, but at the same time, I think that they're gonna get to a point where people are not gonna care, and
A win's a win.
Yeah, they'll opt to just get a regular cable because they're not trying to have, one cable that's going to charge their phone super quick. And again, it might be that they'll try to through firmware or something like that, or software, they'll try to make that specific cable compatible with all the other devices that have a Type C port, in order for them to supercharge with that, and then whatever other cable that's not from Apple to like charge at a slower pace. But the way I see it, I think people won't care as much and be like, yeah, I'm not dishing out $30 for a cable that's only going to charge, you know, these devices when most of my other devices use Type C. It's like, I'd rather save the money and just have a regular cable.
This isn't an ad. Like, just say Anchor. I'm a big user, a heavy user of the Anchor cables.
So am I. Even Anchor, like you can say Aki, Anchor, and again, not sponsored by any means. Yeah, like even what's it called, Spigen or whatever the case is, like they have really good quality stuff. Okay. It's just that, you know, I'd rather buy those type of from those products from those manufacturers before buying from like a Samsung or a Apple, because a lot of the times, yes, they have proprietary components and pieces and stuff like that, but sometimes, bro, it's the way I think or process it is like, it's just a cable, it's just an accessory that I'm going to use and wear out, and at some point it's going to either break or fall apart because of the use, wear and tear. And I'm not going to spend, you know, $30, $40, $50, $100 for something that I can buy for less. It does pretty much the same thing, and I'm saving the money so I can buy other things that I really need. So that's how I process it. Again, other people are going to disagree or might feel or think a different way. They're going to be like, oh, it's just $30. What are you complaining about? Yeah, until it breaks, then you have to spend another $30 to have the same proprietary cable. And say you're the type of person that says, well, I have my home office, my vehicle, and my work office, and then my extra wire for to go just in case. So you have at least 4 or 5 wires that you need to buy, each at $30 a pop or whatever the case is, right? Just as an example. So you're looking at over $100 worth of cables and just 4 or 5 cables. And it's like, dude, you're going to spend that every time one breaks. Like imagine all of them, you know, you buy and use on a relatively consistent basis, and you have to replace them at some point. And it's like, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be companies that are going to try to figure out how to, you know, bypass that. But until then, you can either buy generic or buy proprietary. And basically, well, I guess what's the difference if you really want to put numbers behind it, right? What's the like comparing that extra boost of charging was like 30% more charging, 40% or 50% faster charging because you have the proprietary cable? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good to try to hash these things out before you take the plunge, right? Because you're the one working for your money. You're the one that's spending the money, and it's nice to know that you'll be able to have some sort of control, and know that, you know, your money's going to good use, and that you're paying for something that, you know, you would hope that's going to last you a long time. And even if it doesn't, you know that you're not spending, you know, so much money on something that's going to be so flimsy or isn't adequate to withstand or hold up to the wear and tear that you're going to, you know, put it through. But again, these are my, you know, ways of working through situations like this. I hope it helps you in some way, shape, or form. Again, I don't want to mislead you, nor, you know, hopefully you take it with a grain of salt and, you know, make your own decisions. Just, you know, think about it clearly, concisely.
Vote with your wallet, your listeners.
Yes, definitely. And gee, I wish Josue was here, because I would like to get his 2 cents on it. And I don't know, since you don't have a Apple I guess, phone or laptop. Do you have anything that you would like to add to it, though, Marcos?
I mean, I ran some benchmark tests on my brother's M1 chip back in the day when rendering some projects. Stuff like just video production, not like After Effects. It's same year, I think. Mine came out, no, 1 year difference. Mine came out in 2022. Right. His laptop came out in 2021. And the Pro, with the M1 chip. And you can tell where they cut corners. I consider cutting corners in the sense of the quality of the pure muscle. Obviously, it's a 1 year difference. It's gonna be night and day. For mine's an AMD chip, Ryzen chip on the laptop with a 3080 Ti, and crunches video production like nobody's business. And it's a laptop. And then my brother's like a 15-inch. I think 15-inch M1 chip, again optimized for video production, because I said maybe in the future you can be helping me in video productions. He installed Adobe Premiere and Adobe Premiere and Adobe Media Encoder, and he started Encoder. What took me 10 minutes, 9 minutes, his took like 15, 30 minutes to render this exact same things. I even pressed play at the same time on the render on Media Encoder. His used OpenCL, whatever his GPU was. Mine was using the 1080, the 3080 Ti graphics card, the CUDA cores, if you will, and it was rendering like, and obviously mine was noisy compared to him. Just it's getting a little bit warm in the. But I was literally holding it next to my laptop over here. I have dear listeners, I don't want to share that you see my laptop, but I was just holding his laptop next to my laptop, just like looking back, left and right. It started strong. Don't get me wrong. The M1 chip was doing magic, and then after a certain while, it ate through I think 16 gigabytes of RAM that it had, and it just slowed down to 30 minutes. And mine's like, oh, you okay? You gassed, bro? You gassed? And it kept going, finished it in 9 minutes.
Oh, damn.
It was like a 15 gigabyte project. Again, you know how I like to render now in 4K products, content, and all those things.
Yes.
And then you've seen some of the again, guys, in the YouTube videos. I probably might switch it up again, mainly for logistics and for keeping it fresh. I might not do the audio visualizer on the YouTube videos that separates our voice from the music. Obviously, you don't hear any music right now, Alan, and neither do I. It's because it's not copyright music that I put in the background. Probably just gonna do other ideas right now that it's not gonna involve that much After Effects versus the B-roll that I've been working with family members and with Mr. J for the podcast.
Okay, sounds good, bro.
Low-key excited. Let's see how it goes. And remember recently there was a supermoon this week?
Yes. I went outside with my brother to definitely check it out. But for whatever reason, it might have been because we're over here located in New York. Maybe the place or perspective from where we were looking at made it seem that the moon just looked normal to us. It didn't look blue at all. But I don't know. What were your optics?
I didn't watch it personally, but my dad, he gets up at like 3 o'clock and is on the road at 3 in the morning always. So he managed to do some B-roll footage for me at 4K. I'm like, oh my god,
nice.
I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna see if I can share it right now. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Looking for it. I'm looking for it.
Oh yeah, while you look for it, listeners, when you get a chance or you have the time, please reach out to us on all our social media outlets like X or Instagram, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other of the listening platforms for podcasts. We would really appreciate if you can take the time to what are the surveys or little questions that Marcos leaves there for everyone to participate in. We would really appreciate it. And if you feel in your heart that you would like to donate or give us a little hand in making this production go smoothly and swimmingly, our links for coffee and stuff like that are also in the links. We would really appreciate it, and thanks for listening. Marcos, how's that photo or picture coming along? Oh, nice.
Top left corner, top left corner. How does it look?
It looks clear.
Is it too loud?
No, it's all right. It's all right.
And this is in 4K. I mean, obviously it's gonna be. There you go.
Yeah. Like, to me, it looks normal, bro. It doesn't look blue.
It doesn't look blue to me either. Do you see it? Look at the tree line, everything.
Yeah.
This is the kind of B-roll I want to put in the background with no visualizer. Just put the logo and like silhouettes of people.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do that.
Look at it. It's moving.
I approve.
It's moving. It's moving. He has two footages of like the moon like this. I need to look for the other one.
No, but that looks super crisp, super.
I want him to catch video like this when it's snowing or something like that.
Right.
Like this is like ominous, like the Sleepy Hollow kind of style.
But it looks super clear. I mean,
do you see it blue though? I might be colorblind maybe if I only see it as white and huge.
Yeah. So do I. I mean, then we both have eye problems there, Margos.
My dad was saying that he could see probably Jupiter, like a little flashing glitter of Saturn or Jupiter, something like that. I don't see it.
Like,
this is at 3 in the morning, yo. This
like
is
what,
like
behind the
like
moon?
around there, like something glittering. Look at that. This looks like with this freaking camera, man. I'm not promoting it, but the Pixel 6, bro. It's at 4K.
That looks good. It looks clean.
I'm not gonna put the audio. It's just gonna be the footage.
Yeah, no, I get that, bro.
And this is on the highway, the one, not the I-90, the other one. I'm not gonna say the name of it.
Yeah, no problem.
But look at it. At 3 or 4 in the morning, man. That moon was high, and then it got high. Obviously, the listeners are not gonna hear this. I'll probably put it as a background, probably, or just the little snippet here and there.
I don't see how a snippet would be bad. I think a snippet is a good idea.
While you and I are talking, and just the audio, just the video of it, when it's like full frontal in front of us, like you can see the tree line and everything.
Right. Yes.
Like Mr. J also did some B-roll like this, but there's a lot of traffic on his like. He's using his phone, and I download the footage whenever I get the chance, so that it doesn't eat up storage on his phone. But it's on 4K, the highest like bit rate and all those things on his phone.
No, sir. I need 8K, please.
8K preferable. This is cool. I don't know, like just us talking over it, and just like the moon like that under the trees. Look at that. That reminds me of Sleepy Hollow.
Really?
I don't know why, like the trees like moving, like zooming behind the tree line, and how it silhouettes the trees. I don't know, something. It gives me like some spooky vibe.
Yeah, bro. But have you been enjoying your September so far? What is it?
As in September, the second day.
September part 2.
Day 2.
Yeah, I mean, Labor Day is around the corner. For all the kiddos going back to school, get ready. Get ready.
Summer went fast, man. Now in hindsight, obviously, when we're in the dog days,
of course, yeah,
the dog days, I started, damn.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I enjoyed all the days. Yeah, no regrets. Went fishing, had a good time, a lot of cookouts.
Went to the pool. When you went fishing, went swimming, yeah.
And what else? Did you get the opportunity to go like apple picking yet, or?
Oh, I mean, is it open?
Peach picking during the summer. Apple picking should be ready at with some farms right now. So that might be somewhere to go.
Over here, there's where I live, there's a tree nursery. If anything, I'm just curious, like to see what's the big deal about tree nurseries. Probably
Okay.
Christmas. Probably
That's
Christmas
good.
stuff.
Like I'm thinking to myself, or not myself. Whoa, what the hell am I talking about?
What?
I was talking to my brother Edgar, and we were actually discussing about probably going maybe towards the end of the year, like closer to the end of the year, like around December, like maybe going down to MX, to the motherland, and spending like some time over there for either Christmas time, New Year, because September right now, September, Mexican Independence Day, so it might be a little crowded.
15th.
Right, the 15th. And you know how over there they have the tradition of extending, I guess you can say, Christmas and New Year down all the way to
Just Halloween itself, it's already started with the Day of the Dead. They started the process of putting the market stalls that are open like 24 hours a day for like 3 months straight.
Funny enough, I think that's a newer type of
At least since I've been over there since 2003, 2002.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's never been a thing since from what I can remember being.
I guess the hometown does it.
No, I think that's a relatively new thing that the whole nation kind of, well, not the whole nation of Mexico, but certain places in Mexico kind of adopted that and like embraced that
The grind.
I guess the Day of the Dead type of thing. But I don't remember when I was little ever hearing during the time of autumn the Day of the Dead. I think it's more of a newer thing to promote something or other. Besides,
I
obviously,
can tell my grandma, like she was in the street markets for like her whole life, and she was still in the time with a little bit of a scare of the 1970s and 1960s of the revolution and stuff like that, with the people getting yoinked and all those things very rapid.
right.
Like literally, our hometown, like with my great grandma, men were lacking. There were no men there. They were all getting yoinked to La Revolucion, if you will.
right.
My grandma's brother.
No, I don't think I have. I'm back. I don't know why it crashed. I guess I was talking too much. No, I don't think so.
But like that, what was I? Family member books.
Yeah.
He did his service in the 70s, and he got his team got hit hard. And, like he would tell us he had this PTSD in the 70s.
Okay.
So that's a story for it. And then, I don't know if that's good. Like he would come up and tell us, yeah, more or less my entire squad got cleaned, got wiped IRL, and I had to carry my team member. Like he was a sergeant taking care of his team, doing military duty stuff, and he felt like his management upper ranks just let them out, that got bought off and got hung out to dry in interstate operations. And his entire team, like they were like youngsters and everything, and some of them got wiped. And he remembers like carrying at least one guy bleeding out across state lines to the base, and like died in his hands while he was trying to do save him.
Really?
And he got left for dead. He more or less never returned to base.
Dang. That's bananas.
He more or less like, okay, these guys are, he managed to kill some of the assaultants. What's the deal? Oh, these like while he was extracting information, how they do over there, like, oh, he's extracting information, who sent you, what's the word, like this guy, we paid him off, my manager paid your guys off, so you guys were just the ones that weren't getting bought off. Okay, so he just cleaned that guy, and he just pretended to be dead and never returned to the military.
Dang. But that's stories from
70s.
from a long time ago.
Yeah, and then at that time, my grandpa, my grandma's older brother, was in his 15. This guy is older than my grandma in all those sense, and both sides. And in the 70s, he was in the thick of it, like in his 20s, early 30s. He just went to hiding into the hometown. There was so bad management that he still stayed in the hometown, and they never figured out that he stayed there or didn't care.
Dang. I would have thought that they would care a little bit more, but I guess not.
They got paid off. Like as long as they pretend to stay dead, he's clear.
Okay. I see.
That's when your dad and my dad were just young babies. Your dad was like in his teens. My dad was barely, like, not even 10.
Well, if he was in his teens, he wasn't even in the family's neck of the woods. He was more
in the city.
He was in Mexico City. Yeah.
My dad was barely like what, 4, 3?
Probably,
not even 10. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, because by age
13, I think your dad said he's out.
I'm trying to remember because he was here during the 70s, and G-Pops was over here by like late 60s.
Operation Bracero. I don't know the same name of it in English.
What do you mean, Operation Bracero?
When they let a lot of immigrants, do a lot of picking, all those things that come up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that was the amnesty that happened in some way, shape, or form.
That was like in the 50s or 60s, yeah.
I believe it was President Reagan that was in power at that time.
Say no to drugs.
Yeah, that amnesty helped a lot of people when they started giving allowing people to basically what we would kind of like loosely call fixing their paperwork, if you will, or just getting a residency and then potentially making themselves citizens in the US. So all that amnesty situation was around that time, which was a really good thing for a lot of people that took advantage of that situation. So, kudos and applause to all the people
who jumped on that train.
Yeah, definitely, bro. A lot of people actually were able to get that situation situated. It just so happens that our family took advantage, so that was good.
But yeah, and then this guy, like, you know what? I'm gonna mind my own business. He started working on the side jobs, cattle, all those things over there during the 70s, and like in the hometown. And then like, okay. And then I heard, like, I don't know if I posted on the Spanish LTS in Espanol, like the stories that I'll put it in the post. Like, it's on YouTube as well. Like, what my mom and I talked while we were in the road, and she explains the whole thing. If you're comfortable listening to stories in Spanish, I probably subtitle. You can subtitle it, and he talks about. My mom talks about it, how she talked with my grandma. Her stories on her side were from her great. Like, for example, she would say, like, when my mom was like 6 years old or something like that, her great grandma who was in her 60s would tell my mom's grandma, who was in her 40s, to run some defense because her husband, both of their husbands, like my great grandma's husband, my great grandma's husband got taken for the revolution. My great grandma's husband got killed in the hometown while my grandma was being born, the day that she was born, and the hour she was being born, more or less, in the house. And
bananas, bro.
Yeah, and then my great grandma was telling her, hey, my mom's name is Letty, right? Letty, hey, run some defense because this guy is trying to send the hounds on my daughter or my mom's grandma. Run defense, block him. As a little 6-year-old, she would just lay on her back in like the baby carriage. What's morral? What's the name of that thing? And she would just sleep on her back while the guys, trying to woo my mom's grandma. And my mom's grandma was 40. She was a grandma already at 40, and my great grandma was 60. And then my mom's mom was in her 20s, like 22. By age 22, she already had 3 kids.
Again, different times, bro.
Yeah, my grandma had her first kid at 18, her second kid at 19, her third kid at 22 or 21, which is my mom.
Yeah, definitely
total,
different
6
times.
kids, 7 or 8 kids actually. And then my great grandma only had 1 kid, and 2 kids. My grandma and my uncle, my grandma's older brother, only 2 kids. And my great great grandma only had 1 kid, because again, there was so little men. She was like in her 20s. She was pregnant and everything, and like the squad in horseback roll up and say, hey, you, how old are you? Something. Okay, coming with us at gunpoint, going to the revolution. What?
That's wild, dude.
And she's like, get out, GTFO. They told it to the pregnant lady, which is my great great grandma. Get out of here, GTFO. We're taking this man. And it was a lady that was rounding up people with her squad of guys at gunpoint would round up other guys.
Just like that, bro.
Yeah, it's like that.
Dang.
Like in the early 1900s.
Nah, I'm glad we were born when we were born, bro.
Yeah, the entire town, like, they were lacking men. Like right now, what's going on in Russia and Ukraine? We're just lacking men. They were all getting, sent to different places to never be seen again.
That's
just
crazy.
Now we know where they're heading with social media and stuff. But back in the day, you didn't know.
Yeah. Like, try to find out after the fact. Nope.
Yeah, we'll probably never know. They're probably in the mass grave somewhere.
True.
Remember, Mexico for 100 years on the revolution. Like, that's just politics and, bad stuff right now. But I'm getting out of hand over here. Just all that story is in the Spanish. So if you listeners want to listen to the whole story of my mom's side, it's in Spanish over there in the YouTube channel or wherever you guys listen to podcasts.
Yes.
So hashtag an ad. This is an actual ad. No, we made this.
Definitely.
For like an hour straight, we just on the road and like reminiscing. And then I just posted question after question. She would just answer nonstop. She was happy to share her stories with me.
That's really nice of her, bro.
Let's see if, hopefully, for future projects, if you and whenever you're in the car with family members, just put to record like something as like the B-roll, like how I put the video.
Okay.
Like B-roll and the mic from that, I could work as a podcast, and you just ask them questions and back and forth and stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems dope, bro. I'll definitely take that into consideration. I don't know, when's the next time I'll take a trip with a family member like that, but no, I'll definitely take that into consideration.
It was like beautiful little countryside. We went up there to Armonk, past Armonk, all those places. Like eventually we ended up even on dirt roads. I'm like, huh? In New York? It was fun.
We still have some of those somewhere.
Like it said, it's in the video, road ends here. Oh, damn. And we're just on the off-roading. Like my mom's like, oh, I'm so excited. I don't know. She's like, oh, this reminds me of when you and I used to go back. She tells her stories. She reminisced.
Yeah, of course, bro. Definitely. As you should.
So I think with that one, what do you think? Want to call it tonight, Alan?
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Well, thank you, Alan, for joining me. And thank you, listeners, for joining us on this posting, this recording of Out of Office. Words are hard, man. Words are hard. Like my computer, my Windows, my thing crashed. I got thrown off loop. And but yeah, thank you guys. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. I mean X, YouTube, and all your places, the places that you listen to podcasts.
Definitely
follow us. I'll do something like I've been posting a little bit more on X now, and I've been posting pictures mainly and doing a little post and here and there. I'll put the links on the description besides the things that we linked on the podcast. Beware, watch at your own discretion,
at your own peril.
At your own peril or pleasure, if you will. Either or, they're not mutually exclusive. And anything else that you'd like to share, Alan?
No, definitely just reach out to us on all our other social media accounts. And we like to always thank the people that are around the world listening to us. Really appreciate it, and can't make this possible without you guys. Thanks again. Thank you, Marcos. And
if you want to support the show, give us a like, thumbs up. I'm not saying for you to subscribe, but if you want to subscribe, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you don't want to do anything of that, you could always, give us a cup of coffee. Everything's going to be in the link.
Definitely. Thank you, everyone. Till next time. Peace.
Stay frosty.